What's up guys, and welcome back. So in this video I'm making a custom bracelet with a relatively thick chain. The wire is 3mm thick with a width of 1cm and a height of 7mm. Each link has a little opening that needs sealing, so that's the first step in this job. Each link is held individually by some tension tweezers and soldered shut. This is how it looks after soldering and after being cleaned in an acid bath. Now that all the links are closed, I go about turning it from a regular curb chain into a flat curb chain by lying it flat and filing the top surface of the chain. So most of the work for the chain is done, so now we turn to the clasp. We start by using some calipers to measure the width of the chain and lining it up against some 1mm silver sheet, and then pierce it out and file it flat. I now need to cut some sections to make the walls. I simply mark a line 3mm deep and pierce it out the same as before. With two sections cut out, I then solder them to the base of the clasp. Once soldered, I go about filing any rough and excess areas. The next stage is to make two hinges for both ends of the clasp using 4mm wide strips of silver sheet. Using some calipers, I measure out where we want to make the first bend and use a square file to carve a channel where I'll intend to bend the sheet. Once both corners are bent, I cut the excess and solder the corners in place. After making the second, I go about filing and tidying the pieces before filing the sides of the base so the hinges sit nicely. I then file the corners off so the ends are more curved. And then burr a concave curve on the ends of the walls so the hinges can move freely. Next, I go about drilling the hinges. And then cutting a piece of tube for the hinge to spin on. I mark up where to connect the tube to the base and solder it on. I decide to shorten the clasp a bit by cutting the wall up to the solder connection and then heat it up until the solder melts so I can easily remove them. I then drilled the second hinge, and unlike the first one, this one won't need any tubing, so I'll solder the wire in place. Some tube is soldered to the other end of the clasp. This will be for the cover. In order to attach a cover, I need a far large channel and cut a piece of tubing to fit inside. With the tubing now sorted, I cut a piece for the cover of the clasp. I line up where I want to connect the hinge to the cover and solder a piece of the tubing to it. With the hinge system now set for the cover, I attach a lip to hold it in place when closed. With the clasp now near complete, I cut the ends of the bracelet in half and solder them to the two hinge ends we made, before giving it a test fitting. With everything looking good, I go about filing, sanding and cleaning the different parts before riveting the hinges and joints in place. With all the components made and assembled, I can now give everything a final buff and polish. And there you have it, the making of a double hinged bracelet. This has probably been one of the more complicated jobs I've taken on, but I'm very happy with how it's turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you next time.